People always ask me, what is actually the difference between NLP and hypnosis? Well, it's NLP hypnosis, it's hypnosis NLP. Where are the commonalities, all the differences between NLP and hypnosis? Well, tonight you might get your answer, because tonight's topic in our series on Let's Talk NLP is NLP hypnosis. So good evening, everybody. Who am I to talk about NLP and hypnosis? Well, my name is Andreas Dorn. I'm your certified NLP trainer here in Malaysia, as well as I'm a certified master trainer in hypnosis here in Malaysia. It means I'm one of the few trainers who actually allow to train trainers to become trainers in hypnosis, if you can follow the trade, all right? And in our training in NLP as well as in hypnosis, we help our students to learn to create the life they want to experience it. So tonight we are going to talk about, is NLP hypnosis? Thank you very much for joining. So are we good, everybody? All right, let's roll our ad and let's get started. Okay, and you know the game, of course. I promise you that tonight you might get the insights into NLP and into hypnosis to understand what it is all about. However, also, of course, I do know that many people have tons of questions about the difference between hypnosis and NLP, or similarities. What actually is it? So, yay, ask your questions. Comment and participate, because the session is all about you overall. And along that line, of course, feel free to invite your friends over, smash this button, this like button, as you can see there, so your friends get alerted. Yes, and if you do anything else, like being at work, driving, just lower the volume a little bit. Let me be your background music in your work, in the restaurant, wherever you are right now, so that everybody else around you get not disturbed, but maybe they get interested and actually join you. So if you're sitting in a restaurant and you're watching this recording, this video, and suddenly you see a crowd of people behind you all watching me, invite them in and have fun together, all right? And as you are joining this session, of course, also feel free to introduce yourself, who you are, from where you're from. And of course, hey, have you learned NLP? Have you learned hypnosis before? Because tonight we're going to answer this question. You have not got any idea about NLP or hypnosis, but hey, you're going to learn tonight that you are always hypnotized. Maybe not. Okay, so yay, be surprised. Learn about it tonight as we get started in the scene here right now. Are we good? All right, let's get rolling. So yay, tonight we're going to talk about NLP hypnosis, the difference between the two, the similarities. So let's talk about first, over the last couple of weeks, I've spoken a lot about NLP, lots about the programming part, the linguistics part, the type of how NLP can help you to create your life the way you want to experience it. So I haven't spoken much about hypnosis over the last couple of weeks. So let me describe it first, what actually hypnosis is, because some people everybody's eager to know about hypnosis. So write down your questions if you got questions, all right? Because that would be important to know for other people as well. Because if you have the question about hypnosis, other people might have a question about hypnosis as well. So let me like your comment here right now, all right? So right now I chit-chat a little bit with you. So share your question with me. That would be very, very important. So let's talk about hypnosis and let's talk about a bit about trance. Now, trance is the state when you are in this beautiful state, while hypnosis has been said to be the highway, the hypnotic protocol to end the road, to end the trance state. So while trance is the outcome, hypnosis is a pathway to get you into the trance state, a hypnotic protocol, as we are saying, all right? And as in the contrast to what many people say, hypnosis is not bad, trance is not bad. It is actually extraordinary, because many people who have experienced hypnosis before, they're comparing it with meditation. They're comparing it with relaxation. They're comparing hypnosis, the hypnotic state, this trance state. We can also say hypnotic state, trance state. That's a little bit of a difference sometimes in the definition or how people talk about it. So it doesn't really matter. With daydreaming, meditation and relaxation, because if you're relaxing, you're doing something in your mind. If you're daydreaming, you're doing something in your mind, because what you are then doing is the part that if you're daydreaming, you're meditating, you're relaxing, you're doing something, what happens is everything else is fading away, and your mind, you're entering that state, you're looking at the outside world and you're starting to enter a beautiful state inside. You're focusing more on the inside. No longer the external stimuli are important, but it's more about what's really going on inside your mind. When you're doing daydreaming, when you're meditating, when you're relaxing, as well as if you are entering that hypnotic trance state. And what I would like to share with you, which I think is very, very important for you to understand hypnosis that one way or another, is that hypnosis is nothing really special. These trance states and hypnotic getting into the trance state is nothing really special. We are experiencing it every single day, every single hour. Drastically speaking, every single moment of your life or minute in your life, you might enter that hypnotic state. So I would like to give you, if you are curious, and I hope you are curious, all right? I would like to give you a couple of examples, a few examples already. I spoke already about meditation. I spoke about relaxation. I spoke about daydreaming. But there's more, of course. This is a little bit daydreaming, meditation, relaxing. It's like a purposeful way of sitting down and relaxing yourself and closing your eyes maybe, and meditating, also closing your eyes. Daydreaming, you also might close your eyes or eyes wide open, looking around in the world. But then we have the day-to-day experiences of really entering hypnotic states. Now, if you are curious about wanting to know about those hypnotic states, if you're watching this video here right now, this live feed, feel free to participate, ask your questions, like this video, invite your friends. Most of all, there's a comment box below. Introduce yourself so I do know that you are here, because right now, let me see if anybody else, I can check my handphone here, all right? Alyssa, good evening. Hey, good to see you here, all right? I put you on the spot since you didn't say anything. Yvonne is watching. Thank you very much for being here as well. Thank you. I really, really like it. Say something in the comment box so I don't need to watch on my phone if you are here and play around this, but I really, thank you, Alyssa. You can. It's wonderful if people do this, because I have my phone here, but I'm also on the laptop. On the laptop, I don't know that you are watching. I don't know. So I have to go to my handphone. I don't want to do this because I get a bit distracted from actually sharing what I want to share with you. That would be really beautiful if you share with me that you are here that you are watching, that you are having a question, hey, that you're having a good time listening to me here right now, all right? So good evening, Alyssa. Good evening, and thank you for the comments. So I was just talking about, or starting to talk about the day-to-day, hey, Billy, okay, and Alex, good to see you as well. So I don't want to get distracted right now again. Hey, thank you very much. I say hello to you right now. But right now I wanted to start to talk a little bit about the day-to-day experiences when we are experiencing hypnotic states in our day-to-day life, because people believe it is something very special, but actually it's not. It's happening on the day-to-day life. So allow me to share some ideas with you about talking about daily trance, daily hypnotic states, okay? So you can see here in the graphic a couple of situations that we are in when we are entering an hypnotic state. People call it like the highway hypnosis. And you all have experienced highway hypnosis before, driving long distance. You are sitting there in your car, and then your mind is like starting to think about anything else but the road in front of you, and the lines don't help you very much as well. So you're entering a trance state when you are driving your car. You shouldn't. When you're watching TV, people say, hey, when you're watching TV 40 seconds or less, then you are entering a trance state already, because you're so focused on the TV set. If you are getting into an elevator, did it ever happen to you? That you get into an elevator, you press the button, other people enter the elevator, and then what happened was that suddenly the door opens up, somebody else leaves the elevator, and you're actually realizing, oh, I'm in the wrong floor. You were hypnotized by the elevator, but you're hypnotized by that person, and you follow that person through, that draw you out. Then handphone. We are so focused on our handphones. When you're walking, don't use your handphone when you're walking, because you're so focused on that one thing in front of you. Everything else is fading away. You're getting into an hypnotic state. Not good. Not good. Hypnosis is as well if you are in love with somebody and you're looking into that person's eyes and you have a great conversation. Everything fades away. The person that you are talking to, the person in front of you, is the only person important at that point of time. And nothing else matters, and you feel so good about that situation. You are in a trance state. That's right, you are in a trance state. Now, that is just a quick, rough overview about hypnosis. Now, the relation to NLP is that two of the early developers of NLP, by the name of Richard Bandler and John Grinder, I'm showing you a picture of them, and they're a little bit younger than they are right now. Both of them are pretty old already, okay? Now, they were doing on the pathway to model excellent people like Virginia Satir and others. But then they heard about a guy by the name of Milton Erickson. And that is when NLP and hypnosis married, got happy with each other, became brothers and sisters. NLP became closer to hypnosis. Hypnosis was integrated into NLP. So I'm going to show you that handsome guy by the name of Milton Erickson. He lived from 1901 to 1980. And it's been told that along his lifetime, he hypnotized around 33,000 people as a hypnotherapist. All right. But from his early age onwards, Milton Erickson, he was marked by serious illnesses and had to hypnotize himself against his pain. He's actually also credited with his developing a special arm of hypnosis, of what we call maternal or indirect or conversational hypnosis. Faustul, good to see you here as well. So, I mentioned Erickson was hypnotizing about 33,000 people in his lifetime. That was about his own estimation, of course, you know. To cut the story short of what he achieved in hypnosis was that he founded the American Society for Clinical Hypnosis, became the president, initiated the American Journal of Clinical Hypnosis, and was its editor for 10 years. Now, 1974, he stopped working with patients in his private practice but his approach to psychotherapy, to hypnosis, made him famous among students, and they traveled to his place and they wanted to see him, they visited him, get to know him, learn hypnosis from him. And some people say that it had to be, his training sessions had to be booked 1 year in advance, and that's how Richard Bandler, John Grinder, and other NLP members of the NLP community occurred as part of his courses, got to understand and worked with him, modeled his skills. So Milton Erickson, Richard Bandler, and John Grinder, they worked very closely for a while together. Ericksonian's work heavily influenced NLP or neuro-linguistic programming. Now, when you are going to a great training in NLP, and hey, here, if you're interested in learning NLP, please approach me, talk to me about it, of course, But if you are in a good training, then you first of all learn that part of the NLP training is a linguistics part, which is called the Milton model, conversational hypnosis, which comes directly from the language patterns of Milton Erickson. But of course, if you are going onto a good or great NLP practitioner class, you will realize, the trainer will tell you that about 60-70% of NLP, actually in some form or another, has its root in Ericksonian's work coming from Milton Erickson. So the Milton model is a set of language patterns. But see, what he is doing basically in the Milton model, to contrast it to normal other hypnosis part, Milton Erickson's conversational part was, Milton Erickson didn't tell people how to go, that they should enter trance. He didn't say, close your eyes. He didn't say that. He might have said, whenever you are ready, just allow your eyes to close. And hey, whoever watches this right now, please keep your eyes open, okay? He didn't tell you, imagine a better future. But he might have said, your mind can allow you to think about certain things, which might involve pictures, feelings, images, good feelings about a better future, and feeling a feeling of tremendous well-being. Now, that was more conversational hypnosis. There's, of course, much, much more, of course, stuff like that, So hypnosis and talking hypnotically is flowery. Has a lot of fluff. He didn't tell you, close your eyes. NLP, Richard Bandler, John Grinder went in, modeled him, and what they did was taking the fluff away from the beautiful science of hypnosis. They took the fluff away. And they tell you basically, follow those 3 steps and you achieve that. Follow those 6 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you become emotionally great and powerfully happy and whatever. He said, like, in NLP we are saying things like, remember a time you are totally happy. Remember a specific time. ... As you go back to this time now, float into your body, looking through your own eyes. That is very functional. That is very structured. That is very, very mechanic sometimes. While Milton Erickson was so much more flowery. He said, like, okay, allow your mind to go back to a time when you felt good about yourself. Or he asked you, hey, Velavan, good to see you. Remember a time today when you were maybe feeling happy today or fulfilled. Share with me that situation. And Milton Erickson was picking up on the situation when you felt happy recently and played around with it. Because the moment you are talking about that situation, your mind is going back to that time and you might start feeling good. And Milton Erickson taught people on how to utilize those positive states in the future when they are doing that hypnotic work with a client. So NLP is powerful, but it's like boom, 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 follow that 7 steps. Compared to hypnosis, where you are guiding that person conversational from looking outside, more inside, of course, NLP is also much more practical. It is something you can much easier. Okay, you are communicating every single day. You have the language patterns available if you are in a good NLP training, But NLP uses other parts from hypnosis. For example, how do you build rapport? And they're teaching you in a manner that you can use it in your day-to-day life. So you're not learning the hypnotic part of rapport, but you're learning how to use NLP rapport building techniques on a day-to-day basis. Boom, 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 like that. So if you go to any training nowadays, if you go to any training, be it a sales training, be it a leadership training, be it a communications training, be it a customer service training, the trainer might teach you how to build rapport. And this is a rapport technique most likely that is being taught by NLP on how to build a great connection with somebody else. But what the trainer might not know at that point of time, until self-awareness here, until he might listen to this video here right now, he might not know that this rapport building skill that he is teaching other people in sales is actually coming from Milton Erickson, from hypnotherapy, from the Milton model, or not from the Milton model, from the work of Milton Erickson. That's a beautiful part, that you can use the techniques of hypnosis and NLP. Well, that hypnosis has influenced NLP dramatically much, and NLP made it happen that you can use NLP techniques in your day-to-day life to have a better life overall, to experience your life the way you want it to happen. Yay, Sue, I can see that you are here as well. Good to see you. All right. So, you can use NLP during a waking state when you are communicating to a person in a networking event, in a leadership meeting, in a seminar, anywhere, anytime you can use NLP techniques. While in a hypnosis or hypnotherapy session, it's a different setup altogether. So some people call NLP actually also waking hypnosis. Partially, of course, that is partially true, Oh, I forgot to show you that slide. I wanted to show you that slide, yeah. So NLP is really, is NLP waking hypnosis a part of it? For sure. Because some people believe, that you can use language patterns purposely to influence other people, persons, and groups. And that is happening through NLP. So many people believe, you use NLP for technique for weight loss, and you are not telling people that they're actually starting partially using a hypnosis, or derived from hypnosis, or married to hypnosis. So many people believe that when you are in a hypnotic state, you need to close your eyes following the instruction of the hypnotherapist. This is not necessarily the case. As I mentioned earlier, you can get hypnotized with your eyes wide open. As I mentioned, if you are in a movie theater, for example. Movie theaters are designed, watching a movie, to guide you into a trance state. As easy as that. And NLP allows you to get hypnotized with your eyes wide open. So using NLP, that line is not necessarily required to close your eyes. Even so, you use hypnotic language patterns. And not everything in NLP is hypnosis. So what I want to say is overall, NLP and hypnosis are brothers and sisters. Nothing else. Both of them. So NLP hypnosis is more structure versus flair. So NLP is much more structured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While hypnosis is much more flair. NLP is everywhere. While when you are going into a hypnotic state, it is not necessarily everywhere. Even so, I could challenge my own words here right now. So NLP is waking hypnosis. It's called waking hypnosis. They are brothers and sisters. They are married to each other, okay? They are married to each other and they're happily living with each other, all right? And it's all about positive change. So yeah, I want to say, NLP is like brothers and sisters. They have the same family. They are the same family, but distinct differences. So what does it mean again? I wrote down some notes to make it more important here right now. Milton Erickson's way of thinking about change and using tools and techniques to initiate trance was modeled by Richard Bandler and John Grinder. Both NLP and hypnosis are about achieving about achieving positive personal change fast. NLP and hypnosis both are powerful modalities working with the subconscious mind to help a person get rid of limiting beliefs, negative emotions, bad behaviors. And if I work with clients, I'm using NLP all the time. But and I'm doing the change work using NLP. Hey, I use something called timeline therapy. And of course, along that line, speaking hypnotically to help that person starting to make the changes inside. But every now and then, many times, whenever required, I use hypnosis to help people deepen the change, sealing the change at a much deeper level. So, that is basically the main difference between NLP and hypnosis, the main similarities between NLP and hypnosis. And I hope that I was able to clarify some part about the differences of NLP and hypnosis, similarities between NLP and hypnosis. And of course, in our NLP training, when you come, we talk intensively about the differences and the similarities. And you're going to experience beautiful changes that are coming from NLP using hypnosis, so to speak, okay? And I'm explaining clearly to you why NLP is different from hypnosis, why NLP is similar to hypnosis, and it's just beautiful and powerful. Basically, as usual to say that, it is really always about you. It is about you. It's about upgrading your mind so you are able to experience your life the way you want to experience it. So hopefully I could help you understanding NLP a little bit better here, understanding hypnosis a little bit better. And if you like what you heard, please share this video. Come on over to our YouTube channel where you can watch all the older videos as well that we run before. And I hope to see you in our upcoming training. The next training will take place in December. So if you are interested, please let me know ASAP so that we can get you started in your NLP training. Until I see you, bye-bye, and you create a wonderful, awesome evening. Bye-bye, guys. Yay!